With Biden's apology to MBS, 2022 was etched in stone for the US with deep humiliation. Will 2023 be remembered for Biden's apology to Tehran? It appears to be the case. Namaste and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Piyush. Let's begin. 2023 has proven to be a fruitful year for Iran up until now. Iran's reconciliation with Saudi Arabia and Syria, despite its tumultuous past, showcases its remarkable ability to heal wounds. These developments have understandably left America unnerved as Iran's grip on the Middle East grows tighter. The superpower is far from thrilled with these recent advancements. In wish to respond, America devised a strategy to coerce Iran, employing a series of steps. They initially resorted to threatening more sanctions, followed by the seizure of oil tanks. As tensions escalated, America even went as far as directly threatening to block the Strait of Hormuz. But did any of these tactics work? Absolutely not. Despite America's attempts, Iran continued its diplomatic efforts to fortify its position in the region, and to everyone's surprise, it's actually working. Middle Eastern nations are beginning to rise up against American hegemony in the region. The tensions between West Asia and West are excessive, to say the least. So Biden is now in damage control mode. One can't help but think back to the incident between Biden and MBS in 2022, when Biden first threatened, then apologized, and finally paid a personal visit to Riyadh to express his regrets. Season 2 of the same theory is about to come. Yes, it seems Biden may find himself traveling to Tehran to apologize to Raisi very soon. Media reports suggest that the United States is engaging in talks with Iran to outline steps that could de-escalate tensions between the two countries. These steps include the potential release of detained US citizens and the unfreezing of some Iranian assets abroad, as confirmed by Iranian and Western officials. Additional measures might involve US sanctions waivers for Iran to resume oil exports in exchange for seizing 60% uranium enrichment and increasing Iranian cooperation with the UN nuclear watchdog. The goal, according to a Western official, is to establish a status quo that is acceptable to all parties involved, ensuring Iran avoids crossing the Western red line of enriching uranium to 90% purity, commonly seen as weapons-grade uranium. The official even suggests the possibility of Iran pausing its enrichment at 60%. Interestingly, these steps are being presented as an understanding rather than an agreement that would require review by the US Congress, where many oppose granting benefits to Iran due to its military aid to Russia, domestic repression, and support for proxies that have attacked US interests in the region. Biden is now willing to accept any terms with Iran just to maintain a foothold in the Middle East. This remarkable shift in the stance again exposes Biden's long-held desire to establish ties with Iran, primarily driven by the pursuit of oil. And now, Biden is willing to go to great lengths to achieve that goal. But will Iran come to terms as before? Unlikely. Joe Biden's attempt to establish diplomatic ties could still backfire spectacularly, because Iran will not leave its geopolitical ambitions in the Middle East. Iran, standing like a strong lion, has forced Biden to retreat with a white flag in hand. What we all are now watching is a down-and-out US desperately making every possible concession to appease Iran, hoping to salvage its ambitions in the Middle East. Will it succeed? Only time will tell. But for now, Iran stands tall, having skillfully outmaneuvered the so-called global superpower.